I'm back again. My phone died. So I'm continuing with the Aquarius reading. So Aquarius, your outcome is the Page of Wands. You have the Emperor, the Ten of Swords, and the Two of Pentacles to clarify it. So this is trying to figure out how to... I already forgot the reading, to be honest, because I was waiting for my phone to turn on. This is waiting. This is taking charge. This is a card of taking control, taking charge. Things are difficult. It's a lot going on, but like figuring it out. Working on something. Something is moving quickly. It could be something that you've manifested, or maybe it's just like you know how to figure it out with the Magician here. Yeah. You know how to figure it out. You know how to, if this is about drama. John, what's going on? I'm finishing up Aquarius and then I'm doing Pisces, and that is it. Because I did the other signs in the previous reading. So Aquarius, do be careful because there might be a little bit of bickering. However, things are going to change. Things are going to turn around. All right, Aquarius, I hope that made sense. And I'm so sorry that if you're coming from the other video. $240. That is, what, hold on. 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2. That's 5 hours. What are you, in Europe? All right, moving on to the sign of Pisces. Pisces. I'm telling you right now, John O, like, I forget a lot. I would be very surprised if I don't end up with Alzheimer's. Knock on wood. Let's not. Cheerios Flamingo. That's a pretty cool name. Hello. All right, so now moving on to Pisces. If you guys are joining just now, thank you. I feel like a bum, but thank you. I appreciate that. If you guys are just joining and if you are looking for your sign, it is probably most likely in part 1. Okay, so Pisces, you have the 8 of Wands. Movement, things are moving. Something is either happening quickly. This could be about communication, maybe even a move. I don't necessarily feel a move, but it feels like something that's coming in. You have the Sun card. Wow, Leo energy. It's nice. Whoever you're dealing with or external to you has the 10 of Cups. And the 4 of Wands. Oh my goodness, what a positive reading. Oh my goodness, look at the lovers, Pisces. Oh, that's so sweet. Okay, let's look at this 8 of Wands. Why is this the situation here? Hey, Jax. I don't know. I guess beautiful could be subjective. I don't feel terrible right now. I feel okay. I feel neutral, I guess. But I do feel happy doing the readings, so if that's anything. Okay, let's see. 8 of Wands. 8 of Wands. Why is this here? The King of Wands, Aries, Sag, Leo energy, the 8 of Cups, and the 5 of Pentacles. Okay, so it seems like the current energy right now is there's some sort of determination with this King of Wands, and the Eight of Cups is there's, I don't know if necessarily it's an emotional detachment, but it almost feels like getting out of something that was confusing or something. There was a lot going on, especially emotionally, because it's the cups. And then you have the Five of Pentacles, which is a card of lack, of feeling left out in the cold, of financial struggles. And it's all clarifying the Eight of Wands, movement. So if you were in this state, or that's the current energy, there's a move out of that. And it's based on making some sort of emotional choice. Like this, it could even be just like for the self, like I'm going to feel happy like this. It could even be walking away from something that you thought, like, how do I explain it? Because this is how I'm getting it. This is how I'm feeling it. I'm glad this brings me so much joy. Thank you. Liam, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Sean, I'm not doing personal readings. I am just doing general readings. So right now we're on the sign of Pisces. If you want to look for your sun, moon, or rising, if it's not Pisces, you can check out the other video I just did. That's part 1. My phone died, so I had to do it again. What's a Pisces? It's a zodiac sign. Wait, so, okay, let me just move on before I start chatting. To me, it feels like, it's almost like when you have an addiction to something, but you're stuck in that addiction and you're like, well, this addiction kind of like helps me move forward. I'm going to give just a general example. I'm in Pisces. Here's the general example. Let's say somebody who drinks, right? They consume alcohol and they do it not as like a social thing, not as like, whatever, I have my drink with my meal type of thing, but it's almost like I need to have this to feel better, to feel like I can interact with others, or to feel like just life is better. Okay, let's just say it's like that. What's an addiction? Oh my goodness. It's kind of like making that decision of stepping away from that and thinking, this is actually not really benefiting me. It's actually causing me more harm than anything else. And I don't just mean like physically or health-wise or anything like that. Like, just having this attachment to that is causing me to not progress, or causing me not to deal with other issues. Or, do you get what I'm saying? There's almost like, I'm going to be surprised if the devil card doesn't show up. Because I feel like this Eight of Wands it's almost like a burst of energy coming in for something that's going to make you feel happy. Something, yeah, could be something that you've been waiting for or have been manifesting. And maybe you've been manifesting this for a while, and it seemed like it wasn't really bringing you much of what you were looking for, even though you've been investing your time in it, even though it was something at the time that's felt like it was kind of secure. But there's almost like a cleaning up energy is what this feels like. It feels like, how do I explain it? It feels like, I don't know, like a cleaning up energy. How do I explain it? It's like finding a valuable piece of jewelry that's been tucked away. Nobody's really touched it. It's all dusty now. And now taking that out, and it has so much more value, and just cleaning it, wiping it, polishing it. And it's like, okay, this is good now. So I don't know if this is within self or it's a situation or anything like that. Yeah, there's so many of us out there, John. What are you going to do? Yeah, it could absolutely be that. Exactly, John O. All right, so you have the Sun card, the Three of Wands, the Judgment, and the Knight of Cups. This is something that you've been holding on to. You've been waiting for this. The Three of Wands is all about expectations, waiting. There was a decision that was made, and you're like, yeah, like, this is for me. I'm waiting for this to come in, so once it comes in, it's going to be a lot more secure. And it's either about an opportunity or a reconciliation or just a do-over, a new chapter, like you said. Yeah, I hear you. And I'm not saying about myself, like, it does amaze me, like, some readers that I listen to, and I'm like, wow, that actually makes a lot of sense. And it's not just bougie, and it can be helpful, because we're all looking for some sort of guidance. So to me, Pisces, this looks actually pretty promising. This could even be feeling like renewed. Not giving up on something as well. Five of Wands just flipped over. So there could have been arguments, competitions, drama, just like chaos. Let's see, this person or external to you, Ten of Cups. This is an alliance. This is working well together, feeling emotionally secure. John, what can I tell you? If it's a load of crap, you just came in here to throw that in for what? For me to be like, oh my goodness, okay, I'm going to end the video now. Thanks for your input. But you're here watching, so. All right, so the Ten of Cups, you have the Hanged Man, the Ace of Pentacles, and the Strength card. King of Cups at the bottom of the deck. So I feel like this is a willingness. If this is about a reconciliation, both parties are wanting that. Starting a new chapter, like John O said. And the Strength card here is really representing this energy of taming something. I hate when I get these feelings and I don't know how to express it. It's like taming something that was kind of like devouring. So let's say this is a relationship, right? This is understanding something that was affecting it, and it was difficult to kind of put it behind. So let's go back to the drinking example, right? And let's add in the relationship. Let's say there's one person who's an alcoholic and the other person is trying to get that person to stop. The alcoholic is realizing that there is a new way of going around that, like for themselves, just for themselves, not even really being like, well, I gotta stop drinking because it's affecting my relationship. It's more of like, I gotta stop drinking because for me. Now, let's say the other person who might have constantly bickered and argued and like, oh, you're this and you're that and blah, blah, blah. This person is kind of seeing things differently, and there is a bit of this like hope. It's not even hope. It's a little more than hope. There's a little bit of a knowing that things can be different, that things are going to change, that there's a little bit of trust on both parties that can change this. Does that make sense? John, would you like to, since you clearly are telling me I need to see a therapist, which you don't even know if I do or if I don't, but you clearly need some attention with you writing in all caps and just spreading some sort of, I don't know, I'm guessing negativity or something. You're clearly needing some sort of attention. So go ahead and keep talking. So how about I feed into that for a little bit? Would you like to explain as to why you think I need to see a therapist? Because I read cards? Because you can look at this card and you can just explain what it is, and that's nothing. And that's exactly what I'm doing. Now, it just happens to be that it makes a story that others resonate with. So go ahead and explain as to why you think I need a therapist and what your purpose is in saying all of that. Like I said, do you think that I'm going to go now, turn off the video and be like, oh my gosh, thank you, John, for giving me clarity and making me see my ways. I'm not sure exactly what you're trying to achieve. Yeah, for sure. Fortune telling is a part of human nature. Even like, even in psychology, like if you look at a pattern and you're like, well, this is going to go in this way because it's happened like this before, cause and effect kind of thing. That's kind of like fortune telling. It's just not in hougie bougie sense. All right, so you have the King of Swords, the Seven of Wands, and the Hermit. Okay, this is a little bit of a struggle here because your outcome is something that is secure. You could be dealing with a Virgo, Aquarius, Gemini, Libra. Doesn't have to be, but here's the Emperor. Somebody is going to need to let down their guard a little bit because this King of Swords, Seven of Wands, to me is more of somebody just looking at a situation and a little bit refusing to put their heart into it. And be it, yes, there was pain there and whatnot, possibly, as to why there's a little bit of a resistance here. But the Hermit card is shining the light on this coldness. So if it's like a cold heart, it's like beginning to defrost, if that makes sense. Yeah, John O. It's just like just the definition or of what is fortune telling. It's predicting the future, predicting what's going to happen next. So I think about it in that way because I get so many people just like here or in personal life or whatever who will look at something that's spiritual and be like, well, that's not logical and that doesn't, that's not for the real world. But if we look at it, it kind of is, if we just look at it differently, a different perspective. Anyway. somebody is also kind of expecting that they're going to be shut off. Like there's a little bit of, if two people are willing to work at something together, but there's been a lot of pain, either both people or one person is kind of feeling like, well, I don't know if I'm actually going to be accepted, or I might actually feel alone in this, or rejected, pushed away. Why is the Seven of Swords here? Somebody could also not be expressing their true feelings. They might be either running away from them or kind of like hiding it or trying to keep it on the low. So like I was saying, if it's about a relationship, the who judge people over a BS astrology symbol are stupid. Well, I mean, that is true. If you're going to judge somebody just because like their zodiac sign, and you don't even know the rest of their chart, or you don't even know them as a person or anything like that. Yes, I agree with that one, John. That it's being prejudiced, right? It's the same thing like people who judge other people because of their religion or because of their race or because of, I don't know, what they eat. You know what I mean? So yeah, I agree with you on that one. But that's not what we're doing here. I'm not trying to judge anyone. And tarot isn't really about that either. It's just, we use the zodiac signs because it makes it a little more specific to somebody who is listening. So it's kind of like instead of me doing a personal reading for you, if you have the sign of, for example, Pisces, since I'm doing that right now, then there's bits and pieces that can resonate, is all basically what it is. It's just to put a little label so it's easier to navigate and discern what we're talking about or who we're talking to, kind of thing. But other than that, it's not. That's okay, John. No worries. I get what you were saying. So it's a good thing that you clarified it. But I totally agree with you. There's way too many people who are like, oh my gosh, you're a Virgo? Well, then you're like this. Or, oh my gosh, you're whatever. It doesn't work that way. I mean, we can have characteristics of those, absolutely, but you're not defined by that, Just because I'm a Capricorn doesn't mean I fully act like a Capricorn. I do have qualities of a Capricorn, negative and positive, but that doesn't define me. My name is not Capricorn. I am made up of a lot of things. My wants, my desires, my traumas, my childhood, my external environment, the influences, and, even those things. Anyway, now I'm talking too much. So let's get back to the reading, and I'm going to finish this. So it seems like Pisces, there's a needing to break out of some sort of mold, and it could all just be about trust. It could all just be about somebody needing to drop their guard or a certain way of thinking, because it's keeping them trapped. The Devil card. Somebody's mind is keeping them trapped. Somebody's, no, it needs to be like this, is trapped. Ace of Cups, the Fool card. Yeah, because there could be a little bit of some sort of self-sabotaging here, of somebody not willing to either open up or communicate properly. There's a little bit of uncertainty, and it's almost like a defense. I don't even know how else to explain it. It's like somebody who's been hurt, and then when they're approached by someone who actually cares, they're still on the defense, because it's like, well, you're not going to fool me. And it's like, okay, well, you have nothing to stand on. Like, you can't prove that I'm not going to hurt you, and you can't prove that I am going to hurt you. So why don't you just give it a little bit of a chance, is what I'm seeing here. Aries, Sag, Leo with the Queen of Wands. The World. Six of Pentacles. There can be a change here, because there is somebody here who's confident in closing off this old chapter, old news, old energy, and working towards something healthier, something where there's an equal give and take, something where if you're down, I can carry you. If I'm down, you can carry me. There's a healthy change. Yeah, see? Wheel of Fortune, a change, movement forward, a balance. And there is a balance between heart and mind too. Because this is emotions, this is the mind. And because they're queens, this is about receiving. So receiving these emotions, this love, intuition, this is receiving information and clarity and whatnot. Also, somebody has made a firm decision because they started to gain more confidence within themselves and realizing things for what they were, spoke up, maybe even tried to do work on themselves. Like, how do I explain it? Well, I guess the addiction thing that I said before, but there is a bit of a big change, actually. And I also feel like this big change is going to propel both people into kind of like the same path, but new things coming into their own lives individually. And now somebody is going to need to make a choice. It's a little bit hard because there is a bit of that self-sabotaging energy still here. Or a lack of trust. So I feel like now it's a question of priorities, because there's going to be moments where it feels like there's a slip. Like I said, going back to the drinking example, it's like somebody knowing that they need to control that or step away or something like this. But there's going to be moments where it's like, do I just go back to that? I mean, that was so much easier. But needing to be strong, needing to have the strength. And I feel like there's a coming together here, because there is a much bigger goal, a bigger priority that both of these individuals want equally. I'm going to leave it there, Pisces. Pisces, if you resonated with the reading, and a little bit of Aquarius, if you guys are still here, hit that like button, comment, subscribe, yada yada. And if you're looking for your other signs, check out the other video. the all signs video. Over there I did Aries all the way through half of Aquarius. So it's pretty much all there. So for those of you who are still here, thank you so much for staying here. And I will see you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.